vegan raw foodists to those simply wanting to incorporate more whole foods into their diet in a flavourful way. Julie Mitsios's classes in Sydney, Australia, attract people from all walks of life. Part of the appeal is the wide More than ever before, we are becoming more conscious about the food choices we make for ourselves and our families. Not long ago, Ms. Julie Mitsios, a former pastry chef from Australia, was one of many people searching for the best foods to help reverse a loved one's chronic disease. After experiencing tremendous benefits from a recommended raw vegan diet, Ms. Mitsios knew she had to share her discovery with others. Combining years of extensive scientific knowledge and training in raw food living with her enthusiasm for innovative gourmet cuisine, she founded an organisation called Conscious Choice.
My passion was teaching, so I wanted to provide resources for people to be able to adopt the raw food lifestyle as well. So I created the online store, and that's forever growing with new products and ingredients that people may find difficulty finding in your average store. My vision is to help people adopt this lifestyle, make it really easy for them wherever they are, and eventually I'd like to get into doing classes that are live online. So it doesn't matter where you are, you can actually watch a food preparation course and do it at the same time. Conscious Choice is really evolving and growing, particularly with the demand and people being more conscious of how food is affecting their lives and the environment.
Through classes, catering, and online supplies of raw vegan foods and equipment, Conscious Choice offers something for everyone, from vegan raw foodists to those simply wanting to incorporate more whole foods into their diet in a flavourful way. Julie Mitsios's classes in Sydney, Australia, attract people from all walks of life. Part of the appeal is the wide range of dishes and techniques that are demonstrated by the talented chef.
I'm doing things like sweets and dessert courses and chocolate classes and dehydration classes. So I endeavour to teach as much as I possibly can and share my knowledge and make this an easy lifestyle for people to approach.
The participants of this class rave about the new dishes they have learned, but also about the benefits they have personally gained by choosing wholesome vegan foods.
If you see Julie's lifestyle, she was explaining sometimes she just has 2-3 hours of sleep even, and she's just bouncing. It's amazing. On top of that, your complexion, if you see hers glowing, you'll understand, inspiring. For me, it's just knowing what I'm eating and feeling it as well. You get the results within a couple of weeks.
And so here comes the ultimate test. What does the food taste like in the classes?
Amazing. You should try her cakes. They're so lovely. And she makes the most amazing pastas. It's really, really tasty. You got to try it to believe it.
How is delicious, nutritious, raw organic vegan cuisine prepared? Ms. Julie Mitsios reveals a few examples.
Can you tell us about some of the ingredients that people are surprised about or that raw foodists use to create dishes that are similar to cooked food dishes or really popular ingredients that you use?
One of the ones that comes to mind is zucchini, because you can do so much with zucchini. It's you can make zucchini pasta out of it. So
Welcome back to Vegetarianism, the Noble Way of Living, as we are introduced to what a vegan living raw food diet is all about with Chef Jhuli Mitsios, CEO and founder of Conscious Choice, based in Sydney, Australia.
there are so many people who just come to me and tell me how many profound changes in their lives that they have had from just adopting the raw food diet, whether it's medication that they've come off, whether it's some weight that they've lost, whether it's just the increased energy, better emotions, they're happier people. It just has that on-flowing effect. There was one case where a gentleman was a type 2 diabetic and he was on diabetes medication, and just after coming to a couple of classes and being inspired by the raw food diet, he's been able to change his life around. So the effects are life-changing for many people.
That sounds fantastic. If anyone's watching at the moment and they think, wow, this raw food diet sounds fantastic, where do they start? Where do they start making changes? Can you tell us about how to transition?
Sure. Well, transitioning, you can do as simply and easily as incorporating something like, breakfast into your diet, being a raw food breakfast, which can be really simple, like fruit, or a green smoothie, which are quite popular at the moment, which are a blend of, say, 60% fruit and 40% greens. And the greens are highly nutritious, so you're getting all these nutrients in the beginning of the day and all this energy that you don't even need that caffeine fix anymore. So doing something as simple as just changing your breakfast and then incorporating, say, a salad for lunch, and then you're 70% of the way there. So it can be that simple. And transitioning into it, I always like to tell people that it is a journey and everyone's at a different level. But if you're committed to changing your lifestyle and getting all the benefits that a raw food diet has, then it really is simple, and it just takes a little bit of dedication and commitment.
A raw vegan diet focuses on organically grown fruits and vegetables that are generally free from pesticides and chemical fertilizers. As a result, it is highly eco-friendly.
You also mentioned a couple of times that organic produce is really good. Why is it so good for us and so good for the environment?
Well, by eating organics, which have much less chemicals, by doing that, the farmers have not used chemicals in the environment, and our environment's suffering quite a bit at the moment. So we need to really look after that. We've kind of gone to a state where it's in despair right now, and organics are becoming more and more popular, and the more availability and the more demand that there is of organics, the better our environment will be. It has a global impact, really, and the less people will want of the conventional food. They taste so much better. You can actually taste the difference of having, say, an organic peach as opposed to a conventional peach. So definitely the effects for the environment are profound.
And for us.
And for us, yes. And the nutrients that we're getting as well. You're eating foods from nature. You're being at one with nature, and the food's just really elevating, uplifting. It's got life force in it. And so you feel more energetic. You don't feel like you need to suppress your emotions with sugar or anything like that, because you're more satisfied. You've got more nutrients in you as well.
I think talking to you today, that's the main message I've gotten, that people are not depriving themselves. They're actually enhancing their lives and their lifestyle, and they're not missing out on anything. They can have all the flavours and all the satiation that they need and all the energy and vitality.
Exactly.
Just in closing, do you have any messages for viewers who might be trying to go vegan or who might be trying to voyage onto the raw food lifestyle?
Sure, yeah. I guess what I would say is try to commit to it and stick with it. But it's a journey as well. The easiest way to start doing it is just by incorporating one meal that's raw, that's completely raw into your, daily diet, and then, gradually increase that to 2, and before you know it, you're almost there. So it can be a really simple process, and I just encourage people to enjoy the journey, because it is a journey, and the more you do it, the more you actually feel inclined to gravitate towards that way. So it's actually a gradual gravitation towards a healthier lifestyle that comes naturally. And I just encourage people to keep with it and just commit to it, because it's a really inspiring lifestyle. It's just life-changing.
Wow. Thank you so much for talking to
You're
us today.
very welcome. Thank you to Supreme Master TV for putting this on.
For more information about Juli Mitzios and Conscious Choice, please visit www.conscious-choice.com. We thank vegan raw food chef Ms. Juli Mitzios for sharing this information and your enthusiasm about eating more consciously and smartly for our health and the planet's. Wishing you and your company much success in facilitating people's journeys toward healthier, sustainable vegan lifestyles. Thank you for joining us on Vegetarianism, the Noble Way of Living. Coming up next is Between Master and Disciples, here on Supreme Master Television. May all things wholesome and joyful come your way.
For more details, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/veg.